So you've shown that humic acid is an effective antiviral if you're sick, but what about using humic acid daily to prevent sickness from occurring in the first place?
Absolutely. There is certainly a prophylactic benefit in terms of viruses. Again, given the broad spectrum prophylactic nature of humic acid. There's another benefit as well, by the way, that is not often recognized, and this comes from the natural product material, which is not available with the synthetic versions of humic acid. And that is, the material acts as a mineral supplement. Humic acid is decayed organic matter that's thousands, in some cases millions of years old. But when the plants die and decay, the organic matter remains behind and is transformed into different forms over thousands of years, eventually reaching coal, the stage of coal. Well, humic acid is not at the coal stage, but all the minerals from the plants that were originally there are still there. And that's important to note because the minerals are there in about the right proportions for living systems. This is why we eat vegetables, for example. One of the reasons to eat vegetables, if nothing else, is for mineral supplementation. Not necessarily vitamins, but it certainly can derive vitamins from green plants as well. But primarily mineral supplementation is very important. And green plants are a very good source of the minerals that the body needs. So there are, in fact, existing U.S. patents on the use of humic acid as a mineral supplementation. So that is another benefit of humic acid. There's another benefit as well that may or may not be important. I tend to think it is important because we just don't know enough yet about the situation. And that's regarding what are called stealth viruses, viruses that are not yet recognized as viral conditions. For example, stomach ulcers are caused by a bacterium, and it's only been 10 or 15 years that that's been recognized. Prior to that time, stomach ulcers were thought to be caused by stress, excess stomach acid, all kinds of things that simply weren't true. It's a bacterium, H. pylori, that causes stomach ulcers. There may be very many conditions that people face in terms of illness that are caused by viruses that we just don't recognize yet. For example, in terms of cancer, there's absolutely no question anymore that one of the primary causes of cervical cancer is human papillomavirus, HPV. And so it might be the case that other cancers may eventually be found to also be caused by viruses. That hasn't been established one way or the other yet. It may be true, may not be true. But in any event, there may well be viral conditions that we just don't recognize as such at the present time. In the case of taking humic acid will protect one against those kinds of viral conditions. Again, humic acid being broad spectrum, working against many different types of viruses. And so that's an added benefit as well. Prophylaxis and certainly therapy for so-called stealth viruses.